Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. It's always easy to lie by omission, and there is one way the mass media is doing it. They don't give you all the information. They have the information, but they give you just pieces of information that they have, and they make an article, and then they reach a conclusion, or they don't reach a conclusion, but you're gonna draw the conclusion, if you're logical, based on the three things, So without giving you the whole picture, because that would destroy the whole narrative. So right now I have an article from Russia Today, and I do not know the details. I do not know the details of the situation. They report it in a certain way that could be interpreted the way they say it, but since I don't have, and I don't think you have, the information, you can reach the conclusion, oh, look what happens in France. This is very possible and very probable, according to my experience and my knowledge of the subject, of the country, of the people. All right, so what am I talking about? I'm talking about this. Protesters face prison for flipping off Macron. This is an article from Russia Today, from April 27th, 2023. 3 demonstrators are charged with contempt of a person holding public authority and could be jailed for a year. Now, this is a lot of freedom of speech. First, Mr. Macron, he's an elected official. That means he works for these demonstrators. That means they hired Macron. They gave him a job. And if he sucks, he can be shown a finger anytime these guys want. Well, it seems like not in France. Now, 3 protesters, remember, I don't know if they really, the 3 demonstrators, really were charged with this bullshit. Okay, it's a bullshit thing, and jailed for a year only for that. By omission, I don't know if they kicked anybody, I don't know if they poked anybody in the eye or anything like that. This is according to Russia Today. Maybe some French people can confirm or, dispute these allegations here. I didn't look in the French's code of, the Napoleonic Code of Justice. They still use part of it, if I remember correctly. Without it, they would be using the Middle Eastern code of justice. You just have to look at... Anyway, let's move on. 3 protesters from the commune of Salestat. Probably don't pronounce it like that, but being near the German border could have been, a German area. Before face criminal charges after making obscene gestures at French President Emmanuel Macron. What? I know that something like this would have happened in front of kings. He would just get you and guillotined or just killed on the spot. But he is just an official, a person that was elected. You gave him the job. And if he sucks, you can show your satisfaction with his performance. The trio have, let's put it this way. Do I think that is classy? No. Do I think it's illegal? Should it be illegal? No, whatsoever. If they would just take their pants down, I take that like a decent exposure. But other than that, you can call them however you want if you think that fits their how do you call it, their behavior, and so on. Well, you denigrate a public figure and all that. Well, let's say my assessment is, that this public figure is stupid. And this is my assessment of that person. Can I express my assessment? That's the way I see this. That's my reality of this guy's assessment. Can I say it? Or I can say, that was a dumb thing you said, Mr. President. Can I say that? According to me, that's dumb. Should I be arrested for that? That's not classy, but again, a human being working for you, and you just show an obscene... remember, I think, I know that in certain states, here in the United States, you can be arrested for, yelling obscenities at the police officers, but in other states, you don't. You have that freedom as far as I remember. I've never been involved in such a situation, but there are a lot of videos on YouTube, and you can figure that out yourself if you really want to convince yourself. Here, let's go and see what's going on here. So, making obscene gestures at French President Emmanuel Macron during his visit to the town Wednesday. The trio have pleaded guilty to contempt of a person holding public authority, prosecutors Catherine Sorita Minard of the nearby town of Colmar announced on Saturday. Well, they pleaded guilty of showing the finger that you guys interpreted by your, I don't know, whatever you got, what's law, what is that? That they got charged for doing that. They say, yes, we did that. But I don't think they agree. They probably don't, say, well, I disagree with that bullshit. They say, well, it's too late. It's already there in the books. So you committed a crime. For giving their leader the finger, the middle finger, the two men and a woman, diversity here, right here, may be punished with up to a year in prison and 15,000 euros fine. The protesters, none of whom have any criminal history, are between the ages of 23 and 42. That means adults. They will go to trial in September. A fourth person was also arrested, but has not been charged due to insufficient evidence. So he raised his middle finger only halfway. Macron has faced strong opposition. Anyway, I don't have here any more evidence to say that these guys did anything regarding, the incident. But I'm just saying here, last month, a yellow vest protesters from Saint-Martin with no criminal history was charged with contempt of a person holding public authority for allegedly writing Macron ordure, Macron trash, on a wall in Arques and referring to the president as trash in a social media post. Last week, French publisher Ernest Moret was arrested on anti-terrorist charges upon his arrival in London for his alleged involvement in protests at home. So you can't say Macron is this. You can't say that. And then this guy was Moret was arrested. I know that. I knew that. I read about it. I say, well, I will tell you another story. So Macron's approval rating hit rock bottom last week, which that means he's trash, with just 26%. So let me give you this. When I traveled, well, let's put it this way. I read certain things, and I know that certain people who said certain things in a country, when they traveled to another country, they got arrested and imprisoned. Because whatever that person said in another country, when they came back to the country where that speech is illegal, got arrested and jailed. So about a month ago or so, not even a month ago, I traveled to Romania. So I flew from United States. I went to the free country of Germany. So I was expecting, to be honest with you, not because I'm an important person, but they pay very much attention to these kind of things. Dissent is not allowed. I was expecting to really be questioned or really detained for something that I might have said here and be flagged somewhere. Remember the thing with the flagged? Remember that one? But nothing happened. But when I came back home and I was boarding the American plane, I was obviously stopped like everybody else by I don't know whether it was a security officer, border agent, something like this. I think it was an American citizen. Before I was allowed to go to the gate, I have made a video on that, the gate boarding to come to the United States, he asked me, and then he asked me, for instance, about this little thing. And I told him, well, I'm doing some videos. What kind of videos? That was the most important thing for that guy. It was like, let's put it this way. I have some experience with investigations. So, and we're interviewing people and a certain kind of protocol and so on, techniques. So when you want to ask this question, you obviously don't go straight asking that question. You go first like this, you build it and then you get there. When you get to the point, to the pinnacle, you're really what you want to know. You have to model it and you have ask it a few times in different ways. Start from here, then start from the back, tell me the story and so on. And then after this, after you got everything you thought you needed to take, You don't say, okay, thank you very much, bye-bye. No, you just de-escalate it, or at least you try to go into other issues like it was not about that. It was about other things. Why? Because you might interview this person again, someone else might interview this person, and so on. So you go and, then you, go down and remain with the person so he doesn't know exactly that was the whole thing. Well, my conversation with an individual on the airport, it was only about this. After this, he had no more questions. So he was, I think, a rookie, or he didn't care. After we solved this problem, what I'm doing here and so on, and he wanted to know the name of the channel, how many subscribers I have, and what kind of videos I make. I said, why? What's this? You're going to arrest me? Well, I want to make sure that you're not a security threat for the flight. Making videos on YouTube. So this is how sensitive they are about the issue. So, I was a little bit concerned about this kind of thing. So when I made a video, if you want to watch it, that's over there. So when I saw this guy traveling from France to Great Britain and arrested over there, I know cases, I know names. I cannot give you the names, but you can Google a few, okay? I might have mentioned them some other times. Anyway, and those are bad dudes. But good dudes or bad dude is not a crime to speak up or speak out. Unless you threaten someone, or it was nothing like that. It was just that certain things are deemed illegal in certain countries. Let's say if I deny that these are glasses, and I say, I think these are bicycles, in certain countries you get arrested for denying that these are glasses. All right, or say, they're glasses, but I don't think they're good glasses. Oh, no. They're good glasses. That's how the story goes. You gotta follow it. So anyway, move on with this thing. Remember, I didn't know that in France doing that. Probably in the United States, something like this is in place and will be in place. Because if you look at our freedoms since the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence, they were like going to go in the other way. It's not going to stop at zero. It's going to go negative. That's how it goes with everything, almost everything. They find all kind of rights that we didn't have before, and they take the ones that actually matter. You can't make shit up. The security state is getting there. It comes right in front. You can't. You see, it's a covered way of control. But when you can't control, you become more aggressive, and you show who you really are, because you can't control in a covered way. So you're going to be overt right there in your face. Why? And you would not care, because the things are really serious right now. It's who's who, Am I winning or you are winning? And I will do anything to win. This is what's going on right now. That's why you see all kind of signs. This guy indicted, that guy fired, that guy over there, that guy over there, that guy banned, this guy this. Because they show, it's like, now it's neck and neck. Which one is it? Before it was, I'm clearly in control and I can be nice and all good. And no. Now they don't even bother. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.